Welcome back to my channel. It's G here. Guys, I had to talk about some kind of ridiculous things. Or this is something that's been on my mind for a little while to talk about. And I don't really talk about these sort of things usually, but it's something I want to address because someone left a comment on one of my videos and I was like, you know what? This is a sign. This is a sign that I should definitely have this chat about bed wenches. So I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we're going to talk about the idea of bed wenches. Yeah, okay. I hope you're ready for this. Okay, if you don't already know, one of the common insults that Black men give to Black women who date out is bed wenches. If you don't know what a bed wench is, it's basically the woman during slave times who the slave master raped repeatedly. It's a very violent word, and it's really meant to be hateful. Now, I am going to say that I do not know any women, Black women, who are dating out who cares about this label from hateful people. So that's really not what this is about. What this is about is who really sees Black women as bed wenches. And when I use that term, I mean it more in the sense of women who are being used for their bodies without any care, without any consideration, without any real love there for them, right? So I'm going to show you the comment that was left on one of my videos. And so you gotta read it slowly because I don't think there's any punctuation in it, so it makes it a little difficult to read. But this person, who I am assuming is a Black man, is telling me basically that white people have ruined the Black community because basically Black men are supposed to bed as many women, Black women, as they can to breed. They should have multiple wives. Not really the same thing, but even in this sense, he's referring to certain tribes in Africa who have multiple wives. Not every African tribe lived this way. So it's very, very mixed up in his ideas of why this is breaking down the Black community. Now, I hope you had enough time to read that a couple of times. I am also going to show you this clip. Now, this clip is showing basically, just take a moment and look at it really quickly, and you can understand why I'm playing this.
5 other men who have multiple children with different women. Nathaniel, stand up. How many children?
28.
How many women?
16.
Terrence.
4 children
With?
2 different women.
Yeah. Ryan?
Almost 5 children with 4
Almost 5.
Yes, I
now
have
talk to
another-
me about an almost 5.
I have another baby due November 22nd.
So 4 children,
4 children.
How many
with
mothers?
4 different women.
4 different women,
Yes.
and you got a baby on the way. Okay. Huh. And John?
6 baby mothers, 11 children.
And Jemani?
I have 6 children with 4 different women.
4 different women.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here's what I want us to get. That these men collectively have 87 children, that includes Jay, with 50 different women. That is 137 people who are impacted by choices and
Now, as you can see, there are men who are breeding with women, black women mostly, multiple times. Just a few men have almost 100 children by 50 different women, okay? They're breeding, aren't they? Like, that's what they're doing. They are breeding, right? So that's not been a hindrance. But what seems to be the problem is none of these men are taking care of all of these women. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to take care of this many children and this many households. It's impossible. And you know they aren't. You know they aren't. You know they aren't seeing those children. You know they aren't paying attention to them. You know they are not really raising these children. They have all of these baby mamas who they are using for their bodies without any care, without any consideration of the lives they're bringing in the world. Nothing. They're not taking care of all of these people. Who is using black women for bad wenches? I don't have to say it out loud. It's obvious, right? So how is that helping? How has that been helping? What is it doing for anybody? Yeah, I don't know either. So what's really interesting is that I'm sure men who watch this video, they're not going to get it, or they're not going to care. They're going to be like, well, you don't know that they're not taking care of them babies. You don't know. It's laughable. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I really need for people to take inventory of the things that they think and say. I guess that's my point more than anything else. What he wrote is actually what white supremacy did to black people. They took away their identity. They bred them to have more. They bred them, made the men have sex with certain women because they thought it would give them a certain breed of black person, right? That's what they did. And so what he's basically saying is, to copy what we learned during these periods of times in bondage when people were enslaved. Man, it's just so confusing. I can't even get through it, right? Like, he just wrote, do what you did during slave times, but the white man stopped us from doing it. Like, it's just, and nobody stopped them. As you can see, nobody has stopped anybody from doing anything. It was like a couple dudes with 50 women that have had multiple children. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Again, I have to ask the question, who really sees black women as bed wenches? Who? Do I really have to say? Because when I say these things out loud, people are like, well, some. Yeah, okay, sure, some. But a good deal. And it doesn't take many, does it? It doesn't take many, because that is a lot of women compared to the amount of men that are participated in this situation. And I'm sure people are going to judge these women, okay, for their actions. So why weren't they on birth control? Why weren't they this? Why didn't they do that, this, that, and the other? Y'all know why. And you know why. Because it's the same mentality that these women have been passed down and passed down and passed down. You can't say no. You want to please people. You do all of these things to be chosen. And because there's such few good men out there, look at those guys. They don't look like bums. They don't look like they are just terrible humans. But what they've done is ridiculous. Again, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. I guess that comment, it just was like, okay, yes, you need to say this out loud on this channel and deal with the consequences of the people who are going to harshly disagree or want to call it something else or agree with this concept. Because even in polygamy, all right, if a man marries multiple women, he has to take care of each household individually and the children within. He has to take care of all of those houses. He has to afford. So do you know how many, back in the day when they were in Africa could afford, or even now, the ones who still practice polygamy can actually afford to take care of multiple households with multiple children, let alone like 50? Oh man, it's exhausting. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? Why do they even have these like statements? I mean, I be on Clubhouse, y'all, listening to some of this stuff. This dude in the comments, he is not isolated. It's not a like, oh, it's just that one. No, it's a lot. And you know what's sad is the women who regurgitate their ridiculousness. Because there are some. I'm sure I'm going to get some I mean, I've had some in other things who just miss the point altogether. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I was like, I've been thinking about it for a while and I'm like debating whether or not I even wanted to address it, because simply whenever I talk about what's happening between black women and black men, they're like, well, you're not involved. Yes, I am. I have sons. I don't want them dealing with this. I don't want them to have this mentality like this is okay, right? I have sons. I have, women in my family. I know women who have fallen prey to this sort of life. So yeah, no, I do get to talk about the topic because, trust me, I was a single mom. I only have one child. However, this person didn't care about my outcome. He didn't. So it's like, that's something that happens to lots of women, regardless of the quality of women, as people want to talk about. It's just, oh my God, it's just so ridiculous. What are we gonna do, y'all? I know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I mean, let's chat about this, like an actual chat in the comments, and tell me your thoughts. Don't be coming at me all nasty, because I am very open to discussion, but I'm not open to stupid. So please don't put it on my page. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it for now. So ciao for now.